This is the BYD YangWang U8, the off-roading beast that makes the Land Rover Defender look like a kiddie toy. It can do tank turns, crab walks, moonwalks, and even float on water. You know, just in case you're being chased by a James Bond villain. First, let's start with the exterior. This SUV has this chunky, squared-off silhouette that strongly hints at its body-on-frame underpinnings, a feature that's not all too common in today's world of unibody crossovers and SUVs. This gives it a certain machismo, a kind of old-school charm that's pretty refreshing to see. Now let's dive a bit deeper, starting from the front. The LED headlights are a sight to behold. They seamlessly merge with the illuminated grille, and this combo gives the U8 an aggressive yet sophisticated face. Moving to the sides, you'll notice the boxy fenders and squared-off wheel arches that house 20-inch alloy wheels. These give the U8 a muscular stance, emphasizing its off-road prowess. Also, the door handles are flush with the body, adding to the sleekness of the side profile. Now let's talk color. The U8 is available in 7 body colors: Dragonstone green in high gloss and matte, sandstone green in high gloss and matte, moonlight silver, fluorite white, and obsidian black. As we move to the rear, things get even more interesting. For starters, there's a spare tire mounted on the back, a feature you don't see on most modern SUVs. It's not just functional, but it also adds to the rugged appeal of the U8. Then there's the hexagonal spare wheel cover on the tailgate, which gives a unique touch to the rear design. Now let's talk about the tail lights. They're split LED tail lights, and they look so cool. Another really unique thing about the exterior design is the lighting. It's almost like BYD ran it through a dot matrix printer. It's pretty uncommon, but it's also a welcome change from the usual lighting designs we see on most cars. Sure, some people might find the trailing edges of the fender trims a bit fussy, but honestly, I think they add character to the U8. It's these little details that make it stand out from the crowd. Now let's talk about the interior. First off, let's address the elephant in the room. This beast may look like a rugged off-roader on the outside, but the interior tells a different story. It's got the kind of comfort and luxury you'd associate with a Bentley or Rolls-Royce. I mean, just imagine coming back from an intense, muddy off-road trip and sinking into a comfy, high-class interior. It's a contrast, all right, but a pleasant one. Now, let's delve into the layout. We've got 2 possibilities here: a 5-seat version and a 7-seat version. The latter comes with a 2+2+3 arrangement. The second row has 2 independent air seats with non-fixed armrests, and the third seat can be folded down, giving you some extra space when you need it. The seats themselves are all draped in brown Napa leather, which is as lush and soft as it sounds. Adding to the high-end feel is a sky roof with a customizable floating starry sky headliner. How's that for a touch of opulence? Plus, it's not just about the looks. The plush leather, coupled with the spacious layout, ensures a comfortable ride whether you're tackling the concrete jungle or real one. The dashboard is another interesting aspect. It's dominated by a vertical 12.8-inch Galaxy curved screen with an inclination angle of 37 degrees. This isn't your run-of-the-mill infotainment system. We're talking a curved OLED panel that promises excellent contrast and bright colors. Plus, there's a massive 23.6-inch instrument screen and passenger entertainment screen that pass through the back of the Galaxy curved screen. And don't worry, there are still physical buttons and control levers under the central control screen for those who prefer a more tactile approach. For your wireless charging needs, there's a panel right in the center console. Since the console is almost completely occupied by the screen, the air conditioner outlets have been placed on top, which is a smart use of space. Moving on to the rear, passengers there aren't left out of the tech party. They have 2 12.8-inch floating screens to keep them entertained. And to accompany the visual experience, there's an Evidence Series high-end audio system with 22 speakers providing a 3-dimensional immersive sound experience. Seriously, with this kind of setup, who wouldn't want to be a backseat passenger once in a while? Rounding off the interior is a 4-spoke steering wheel. Not only does it offer control over the vehicle, but it also comes with an auxiliary driving indicator light and can be used to adjust the driving mode and terrain mode. It's a pretty slick feature that adds to the overall comfort and ease of driving the U8. Now let's talk about the engine and performance specs. Let's start with the beating heart of any vehicle, the engine, or in this case, engines. The U8 comes with not 1, not 2, but 4 electric motors, one for each wheel. This gives you independent control of each wheel, a feature that helps a lot in the off-roading scenarios this behemoth is built for. The maximum power these babies put together is 880 kilowatts, or roughly 1,180 horsepower. If that doesn't get your blood pumping, I don't know what will. That's over 1,000 horses yanking this monster up and down any terrain you can throw at it. And let's not forget about torque. The U8 boasts a peak torque of 1,280 newton meters, or nearly 944 pound-feet. Now let's talk performance. We've got over 1,000 horses under the hood, so you'd expect this beast to go from 0 to 100 real quick. And you'd be right. The U8 can hit 100 kilometers per hour or 60 miles per hour from a standstill in just 3.6 seconds. That's right. We're talking supercar territory here, folks, not your average SUV. If that's not impressive enough, it can keep up a speed of 120 kilometers per hour or 75 miles per hour, even with a flat tire. The U8's not just about raw power, though. It's got some serious range and efficiency to boot. We're talking about a 49.05 kilowatt-hour battery that gives you 180 kilometers or 112 miles of range under the CLTC standard, and a total range of 1,000 kilometers or 621 miles when paired with a 2-liter internal combustion engine acting as a generator. As for charging, it can go from 30% to 80% in just 5 minutes. Now, on to handling and ride quality. Here, the U8 really shines with its innovative disc suspension system. This is a hydraulic adaptive suspension system, meaning it adjusts to the road, or lack thereof, in real time, offering a plush ride no matter the terrain. When paired with the ladder frame chassis, a rarity among EVs, this gives the U8 both rigidity and flexibility where they matter most. This beast isn't all brawn and no brains, though. The handling is further enhanced by some nifty tech, like torque vectoring. This smart feature allows for independent control of each wheel's power output, providing increased stability and handling, especially in corners. Now let's talk about the U8's party tricks, and oh boy, it's got a few. It's got the ability to do tank turns and crab walks. Yes, you heard it right. Tank turns. The whole car can rotate 360 degrees on a spot just like a tank. Crab mode allows the car to move sideways, just like a crab. And here's the kicker. It can freaking float on water. They even have a mode for that called the floating water mode. Imagine cruising through a lake in your SUV. It's like something out of a James Bond movie. But wait, there's more. It can even do what they call a moonwalk, and has a remarkable capability to be driven at high speeds, even with a flat tire. So imagine being able to dance around on the road like Michael Jackson, and not having to worry about those pesky flat tires ruining your day. Seriously, it's like they threw in every bit of cool tech they could think of. As if all this wasn't enough, it's got 38 sensors and even features satellite communication. Plus, there's an optional drone docking station because why not? When you're buying a luxury SUV that can do tank turns, you might as well have a drone to record that awesomeness from the sky. As for the ride quality, all the tech and chassis design combine to deliver a smooth and controlled ride. Whether you're on a silky highway or an off-road trail, the U8 promises a comfortable journey. Now let's talk about the price. This luxury beast ranges from about $145,000 to $159,000, depending on the version you pick, making it one of the most expensive, mass-produced Chinese cars. That's a significant chunk of change. But given the tech, performance, and luxury it offers, I'd say it's well worth it. Thank you for staying with us till the end. Here are 2 videos you can watch next. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.